Hello everybody, welcome to a especially exciting video where I am going to be trying a text-based RPG suggested by my friend Spitefire46. I do not really know what it is that this is. He says it's really good. I politely trust him. So we're going to go ahead and give it a test right quick and see how that works. I really don't know any of the options I'm selecting. I'm just choosing what seems good. And if you keep seeing plus and minus popping up on the screen, that is just me messing with the mic, muting it and unmuting it, just as a quick preset. Don't mind that too much. We're gonna sit there and try to figure this out slowly, because I have no idea. I've never played one of these games before. I've heard of them, but I've never played. Let's see. What's classic? Ooh, I like this already. But I do like the menu theme. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and go. Here you choose if you'll be king, queen, or something else. Can I be a peasant? Like, if it's custom, can I be a peasant and just work my way up to the king? Let's do that. Let's see if I can't be peasant and work myself up to the king. I can't do it. I can't go back. Okay, so we'll... what should we name ourselves? I do capitals. And we'll do landlord. Lord of the Lord of the Land. Your preferred word for encounters where you'd normally be referred to as Mr., Mrs., or person. I don't know how to spell the word sire or sire. I think it's that. Like sire. Don't really know, so we're gonna roll with it. Want to make your own name or have one randomly generated? We'll make our own. What should our name be? I'm gonna have to think about this for a second. The game might skip forward a few minutes just to make sure I can think of a good name. Ooh, I got one. Astracus. Lord of the Land, Astracus. Make your own kingdom name, random kingdom name. I choose the default Aslona. I like Aslona. Casual, it's going to be hard to lose. Start off with lots of lands and troops and gold. Normal, standard start, strapped for resources. Only one land and very few troops. You're screwed. I love this guy. I don't know who this guy is, but I really do like him. What's the difference between the difficulties? You know, he's got really good questions right there. Like, what is the difference? I think we're going to do 2. Just like, I don't want it to be hard to lose, but I still want the option of like possibly losing. But like, since I've never played these before, I do want at least a good start. You are the ruler of the great land, once dominant. Wait, did I read that even right? Yeah, I started reading that, right? I don't know why I doubt myself. You are the ruler of the great and once dominant kingdom of Aslona, fighting against the powerful rebellion of Federal Kingslayer and the hordes of bandits loyal to Fenrir, overlord of the bandit horde, as well as several minor bandit gangs who pester your lands. The world is vast and complex. There is much to see and do and little time to waste. From the fabled ancient lands to the blood-soaked arena, these lands call to be united under the flag of Aslona. I like it. Generating bandit groups. Alright, thank you. Independent kingdoms, nice. I can use tyranny to win them over. Grogrogs? Brown Clan's warlords? I mean, they'll be pretty red when I'm done with them. I mean, if they're warlords, right? I have to kill them. So, Tip, thank you for supporting this little indie developer. Well, so far I'm loving it, and anyone who's interested in this, definitely buy it. It's on sale right now, but I definitely suggest you guys get it. The world is full of mystery and wonder. There are many peoples in this world. They are men, scrawny, whatever, shamanist men, southern lowland gogs, glacial magogs, camouflage helicapas, and goblins and demons. Lots of things in here. The annals of history remember well your rise to the throne. How did it happen? Ooh, lots of options here. We gotta think about this for a second. My father was the previous ruler and was assassinated. My father, the previous ruler, died of old age. My father, the previous ruler, turned mad and was jailed. I won the throne in a bet with the previous ruler. I'm a bandit warlord and took the throne with my bandit army. I stole the throne with demonic trickery to serve the overlord. I pulled a fabled sword from a stone. I get it. My father's a village elder and inherited the throne by accident. Actually, that kind of sounds like what I would do. My enslaved forces were able to overthrow the previous ruler. I won the throne in a tournament to find the new ruler by strength. I led a slave revolt and overthrew the slavers who ruled it. It's a long story. And then the default, leave it up to fate. I actually like leading a slave revolt, because then it's going to start out with, I look like a hero. So we're going to do 11. I led a slave revolt and overthrew the slavers who ruled it. Your memories of youth are hazy, but before you were fully into adulthood, you were captured in a slave raid and taken to a cold northern fortress, being used as a massive slave camp. Here you were beaten and made to work for cruel masters alongside thousands of other slaves like yourself. What does that need to continue? I already don't like these slavers. I'm glad I kind of revolted against them. Any key? I press shift. That's not a key? Okay. Ooh, we even get sound with it. That's awesome. Let's see. In your time in the fort, you noticed occasionally the armory would be left largely unattended. One day, you convinced several other slaves to rush the armory with all the other slavers were in the courtyard. Your plan went off without a hitch, and the armory guards were quickly killed, and soon almost every slave in the fort was armed and angry. Well, yeah. The newly armed force made short work of the slaver garrison and killed their old overlords. Some slaves fled out, but most stayed united under you to march on to the slaver kingdom Aslona, who owned the slaver fort. Yeah. The garrison of Aslona were caught off guard and quickly overwhelmed by your ex-slave army. With Aslona captured, you were crowned ruler with the many of the ex-slaves pledging to remain with you as your new army of free men. Not gonna be so free for long. Half of your soldiers and peasants have deserted and joined the rebels. Let's see. 10 plus public opinion due to your origin, plus 4,000 ex-slave soldier units for your army, 6,000 ex-slave units for your army. The slaver fort was destroyed in the fighting. Okay. You are invited to the royal crown crowning ceremony where you can learn of your newly inherited realm. Of course, you are the ruler of this kingdom and can also ignore the ceremony completely. Oh, let's go, let's go. You enter your throne room for the first time. As you do, the small crowd gathered inside bows to you, and a small band of musicians play a fanfare. I'm having trouble speaking. I apologize. Take a moment to observe the room as the High General of Aslona approaches. God, I cannot pronounce that. I should have made my own. Greetings to you, my lord of the land. I shall now crown you as the new landlord of Aslona. Now, I plead for my life. I will not betray you. You defeated Aslona and took the kingdom for yourself with your revolting slaves. My life is in your hands. Now. You are now the landlord of Aslona. Long may you reign. I hope so. I haven't introduced myself very well. I am Gorin Ikener, your general. I advise you on the matters of warfare and inform you about your military. Good to meet you. Now you will most certainly wish to know the state of the realm. Aslona has a vast and far reach, spanning 10 territories. The kingdom's personal army consists of 6,000 peasant workers, 4,000 soldiers, and 15 loyal knights who serve your cause. We need to boost those numbers up. That's all for military matters. As for the realm's finances, the kingdom has a total of 10,000... Is that 10,000? Yeah, 10,000 gold in its coffers, which is a decent sum. Also 8,055 additional gold in the bank. My landlord, now that you are crowned, you may speak to Old Kroll if you wish for any tutoring on matters of the realm. If you are unsure of what to do, I would highly recommend it, though if you would like to discuss it later, you may do so by returning to the throne room. God, I really can't read. Let's go ahead and speak to Old Kroll. I feel like he'd be a nice fellow. Welcome, my lord of the land. Prepare yourself for some good old tutoring. Now, firstly, I must ask how you'd prefer me to explain these settings. I could give you a full explanation with every detail, a fair explanation with less of the less relevant detail, or if you so wish, a version so simple a mere child could comprehend it. Full explanation. I want to know everything. When you first began your foray into managing the realm, you will be presented with a list of 12 different categories of things you may do. You may only use a few at a time, but it would be wise to understand all of them and learn their power. They are recruiting troops, hiring staff, hiring mercenary companies, arranging diplomacy, changing laws, upgrading your realm, your throne room, the local arena, the royal bank, visiting other important buildings, viewing reports, and finally exploring within and around your realm. At the very top of the screen and on many others, you will notice a slot containing lots of important information that shows you the current year in game, your total gold, troops, lands, the opinion of the public, and if you are playing a timed game, it will show how many years you have left. I only have 14 years remaining. Wow. The recruit, sell, and disband troops menu is where you will do the majority of your army building as well as anything related to them. You can upgrade your units, change their pay, disarm and disband them, and plenty more. Alright. That kind of sounds, self-explanatory, so we'll go ahead and move on. Mercenaries are big war bands of fighters for hire. They can be hired for single assaults or permanently. Each mercenary group has a skill level, a number of attacks they can launch each year, and various personal rules, such as if they can charge extra for risky things like invasions, or if they are willing to work for evil or demonic rulers. Okay, so mercenaries. Yeah, I can understand that. Staff are helpers who either carry through your orders or help you do certain things. A diplomat like me can talk to other kingdoms and make deals. A general helps with military matters. A steward deals with your throne room visitors. A spy master collects information and provides detail on your enemies. And champions are warriors who fight in your name and can rule forts too. So you're gonna say I'm gonna have someone like Preventus. And yes, that is a Whiterun reference. If you don't get it, you need to start playing more Skyrim. No, that all sounds pretty good. So you have a spy, basically, champions or your champions. They do things for you. Yeah, I get that. That all makes sense. Diplomacy. This is going to be the interesting one, because it's either going to be fight for me, be a part of my kingdom, or you will starve. That's how it's going to be ran. Or at least that's how I'm going to work my way into. Providing you have a diplomat here, you'll be able to look into the other groups of the world. Here you can make peace and war, make allies, trade and even vassals. I don't know what a vassal is. Diplomacy isn't always simple and smooth sailing, though, and some are more aggressive factions, making sure your emissaries never return. Let's go ahead, and I think I know what a vassal is, but I want to double check. Diplomatic action varies depending on who it's with. It's nigh on impossible to deal with savage or xenophobic nations, but others, depending on their disposition and ruler, can be open to it. Trade routes, peace deals, and alliances are all commonly taken with friendly kingdoms. Kingdoms that are significantly weaker than yours can also potentially be made into vassal states of your own realm. These vassal states will provide military aid on your orders, send soldiers, and pay a share of their income, further to be vassalized? Is that a word? Vassalized? It is now. Further, so a vassalized kingdom may even be annexed fully into your control, though expect resistance. Okay? Okay, so basically it's like the countries with the UN. Okay, so like we're all there, we all... Okay, that makes sense. Or at least I think that I'm understanding that right. Here's the laws screen. Law. You can change taxes, prison laws, slavery laws. I mean, I'm an ex-slave. Obviously, I'm not going to have slaves yet. Rules of recruitment, policy around goblins, kill them all, social policies, and even form your own celebration to take place in your kingdom. Less than popular laws may have an adverse effect on your public opinion, while others may inflate it. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're a goblin, you gotta die. I'm sorry. And if there's a kingdom of goblins, I'm sorry. It has to be slain. It's gotta be done. But that all makes sense. So basically, this is the policy of the land. Or change laws of the land. So yeah, policies. I'm great at that. Kingdom upgrades cover many different areas in your realm and can take a bit... Kingdom upgrades cover many different areas in your realm and can make big and helpful improvements. They can increase military capability, productivity, alter the arena, increase recruitment of certain units, provide new sources of income, and tons of other things. I think I got that one. I'll try to come back to that if I have to. The throne room is your seat of power in your realm. Here, you can arrange staff meetings and deal with visitors from your realm and their requests or troubles. If this gets to be too much for you, you may benefit from hiring a steward, as they will deal with any undealt with visitors who remain at the end of the year. Okay, so again, prevent this. Whoops. Continue on, please. The arena can be in any number of states when you find it. It could be a colossal arena or a small local fight pit. Here you can bet on fights between inhabitants of your world, watch champions rise and fall, and witness mighty tournaments. You can also end up owning the arena, turning it into a big income source. Okay, well, I would hope it's a colossal arena, but, you know, we'll work our way to that if we have to. The Royal Bank is a place that's safe to store your treasures and gold. No. Here, depending on the policy and realm size, you can earn big interest and take big loans out if you wish. Pay your loans back, though, or soon they will become a problem. No. The other building menu is your entry to other important locations in kingdoms such as the prison, the library, the artifact hall, explorers guild, barracks, and hall of knights. Most of these will need to be built first, but once they are up, it's here where you will be able to access them. Okay, so I think I can understand what a prison is. I don't know what a library is. I can understand artifact halls. Explorer guild sounds pretty interesting. Barracks, obviously. Hall of knights, most certainly. I will definitely be building that. The Kingdom Report screen allows you to look into recent happenings in your realm and the world around you. Here you can see how much money you've been making, who's been fighting who, and what your expenses have been, and tons more. Can you explain that one more time? Let's see. Oh, we're almost there. Exploring the realm is a very important, helpful aspect of gameplay. The locations you discover can offer an entirely... What? Okay. Exploring the realm is a very important and helpful aspect of gameplay. The locations you discover can offer entirely new avenues to play, new locations to capture, and new factions to make friend or foe out of. The realm is split into 4 directions, north, south, east, west, because of course, and each direction has within it several regions. Each turn you'll be able to search several times in any direction you choose in an attempt to discover new locations. Look, I'm tired of trying to keep correcting myself because I'm reading too fast, so if I mess up, I mess up. The last thing on the list is ending the current year. Doing this brings the year to an end and allows you to launch any military action you wish to do. Any troops sent to fight won't be able to defend at home, so be careful after this. Any rival attacks also take place, and a report of what happened in the turn is shown to you before the year starts anew. So basically, if I go to attack and someone comes attacks me, it's going to be done at the same time, and there's no saving that. Okay. Okay, so leave the tutorial. Well, my lord of the land, that's everything. Would you like to review any areas of this tutoring again? No, I'm done with tutoring. Very well. Take care, my lord of the land. Bet I'm gonna take care. Let's see. We need... let's go ahead and recruit. I want to hire units. Let's see. I think we can go ahead and do peasants from the local militia. How many will you buy? Enter 0 to buy none. Go ahead. He was turning 3, so... You can afford 372 of them. You currently have 6,000 peasants in your rank. Let's do 100 of them. Your militia master takes the gold and orders the militia to join your ranks. These men can fight, but they will also help your harvest and work your fields. Yes. Go ahead and exit that. Recruitment upgrades. Let's take a look at that. You ask for a list of possible upgrades to this recruitment and hiring process. Soon a list is brought forth. We'll do 1. We're gonna make militia recruitment sign. Recruits needed. I love the picture. I'm gonna exit out that. And I'm gonna exit out that. Let's go ahead. Explore the realm. Let's go ahead and look north. I feel like north would be a great area to start looking. The near north is a cold place, though mild compared to the rest of the north. This place is filled with forts and places of violence, such as the Brawler's Pits, the Thick-Blooded Tavern, or the Thick-Blood Tavern. Exit. Let's do the Eastern Grassland. The Farad Desert is a very warm place. Suited knights avoid this place as best as possible. The desert is filled with magic and mystery, and holds within it the great artifact market. Explore. The warm eastern breeze sends you wandering in circles. Okay. Well, if it's the Eastern Grasslands, how come it's frickin' desert? 3. The parched lands is uncomfortably warm place. It is full of dry rock and hard sands. Little life survives here. There is rumor of demonic whispers here, but no one knows the truth. Explore. Exit. One last one. Western lands. Denland is one of the most peaceful places in all the realms, little more than farmland and workers, and hardly any room for trouble at all. The land is fertile, and the folk are mostly happy. Well, let's go ahead and explore. The western roads prove no help as you wander aimlessly. We have to exit out. Exit out. Oh, let's see, there it is. 100 years remaining. I thought I really lost a lot of my land. Manage staff. Let's go ahead and get a steward. That's 5. Let's get a steward, just in case. 3 potential stewards are sent to your court. You may speak to each of them to learn of their skills and talents. I like number 3 just based off his name, but we'll go in order. We'll go to Fargo the Unkindled. I am Fargo the Unkindled. I was once considered one of the greater stewards in the land, and I am not a fan of foreigners. Please hire me. I am very poor right now. I beg for payment of 171 gold per year. Skill 106, a xenophobe. Does that perhaps include a xenophobia towards goblins? Like an extreme xenophobia? 2. I didn't even read his name, I'm sorry. Hello, I am Callius the Powerful the Fourth. Great name. I have turned around failing kingdoms with the wise decisions, and I used to be a jailer. I would like to be steward for you. I request payment of 224 gold per year. Ooh, he's a lot powerful. He's a dungeoneer. But he's not a xenophobe, so I really don't know. Let's try... these names. Oh my god. Longshanks. I am Longshanks. I am unparalleled in stewardship, and we need big armies. I will use the throne room as a recruitment base. Please hire me. I was prophesied by ancient text. I ask for pay of 104 gold per year. Let's see. You're slightly less in cost to the xenophobe. You're slightly higher than the xenophobe. But I really like the idea of the dungeoneer because I feel like just because he's a jailer, he's gonna be hard on people, which is good because if you commit a crime, you need to be punished. And wise decisions. I think I'm gonna hire this guy. Okay, so we got this guy. And if any freaking person comes in here sitting there trying to cause trouble with me, I hope that he will put them down in their place, which is mostly needed. Let's go ahead and change laws of the land. Your scribe is brought before you. He unravels the fresh scroll, eagerly awaiting your new laws and edicts. Recruitment and training first. I want to declare forceful enlistment, but I feel like maybe that's not the time yet. Let's see. Goblin Policies. Goblin Scourge. A 4 gold bounty per goblin head. That's good. I want that, but not yet. Not yet. Social policies. No masks, no social distancing. Enough of that crap. Let's get back to normal, please. Alms for the poor. I don't know what that is. Fire the love cult to increase public order. No. You have no slaves to free. Well, that's because we freed ourselves. Crime policies. Close the prison, set prisoners free. Declare mass execution law, keeps prison population low. Declare rehabilitation law, 1,000 per turn. Ew. Allow overzealous arrest. More prisoners per turn. Well, I don't know. Celebrations. Declare a new celebration. I want to. But I need the thing on that one. I don't know. Evil policies. I really don't know what that is, but we're going to check that here in a minute. Bandit Scourge. So wait, bandits are 5, but, you know, goblins are really dangerous. As long as there are goblins out there, the world is in danger. Longer harvest hours, peasants work hard, issues may arise. Forgive outlaws. Allow outlaws to come back into society. Never. Force everyone to wear hats. I love it. Declare a different number for our current year. Can I do that? Can I just say instead of like the year 20, we can just be in the year 5000? Can I do that? Is that allowed? Rename the kingdom. Change your noble title, currently Lord of the Land. Change your royal title, currently Landlord. Change your personal master, miss, etc. title, currently Saya. I don't have currently a good idea for the name of a kingdom, so we're not going to do anything on that. This has been a lot of like, let's look at this and let's not do anything, so I'm just trying to make sure everything's okay. And then evil policies. Declare pillaging, your soldiers can rob peasants, you get a cut. Declare a curfew, more arrests. Declare a breathing tax, extra money from people. Oh god. Declare a walking tax. I also assume there's extra money from people. Declare Aslona a slave kingdom and enslave all of the people. Well, I feel like that would be a very bad idea. I'm not doing that. I like all the policies as they are right now. Let's go ahead and look at arranging diplomacy. Your head diplomat, Old Kroll, appears before you and bows. You begin to discuss possible diplomatic moves and actions with your neighbor. The rebels, the bandit horde are no more. The Goblin Kingdom of Krut, Goblin Kingdom of Iraq, independent territories, the Aslona military. Your head diplomat is not skilled enough to speak to the Goblin clans. Okay, that's a shame. Bandit groups, adventurer groups, Wulfred the Goblin Slaver. We need to sit there and talk to Wulfred and tell him, like, look, you're doing a great job keeping them as slaves, but really, you should just be executing them. We know the people that we sat there and when we rebelled, half went to the rebels. So let's try talking to rebels. Yeah. Let's see, their relation towards us is not great. Let's look at Farandal the Kingslayer. I have a feeling like he's not a pushover. Farandal is the leader of the rebellion against the slave uprising. He claims that with the strength of royal blood, he will destroy the slave uprising and return the lands to their rightful hands. I mean, we were being, you know, enslaved? We had to uprise. Plus, we're humans, so that way, you know, so, like, we're obviously better, because we're humans. Their relations with other factions. Rebels' relation to the rebels is 100. I would assume they like themselves very much. They kinda don't like Krut. They really like Yak. They're neutral to Grogog. Or Grogog. They don't like the Sun Cult. They don't like murdering lost cloaks. Contemporary Bee-hounds. Or to us is -60. Like, so they really hate us. Like, they hate us the most. Because we're slaves. We were slaves, let's be honest here. Huh. Go ahead and end that. And we'll go ahead and end the current year. See what happens. My lord? My landlord? Shall we launch an attack? We can attack rebels, which we're at war with. We can attack the Great Goblin Kingdom at war, I don't think we should launch an attack because right now, are we at war with everybody? I don't know. Launch no attacks. You receive a report of the going on last year. You can read through it in detail, look at the more simplified version, or create and view your own custom report. Let's read just a simple report. You receive 7,758 gold from trade, harvest, tax, and tributes. Your peasants earn you 2,704 gold from this year's harvest. You earn 20 gold in the interest of your 8,055 store gold. Nice. You enlist 38 soldiers from your 10 lands. Your knights train 80 peasants into soldiers. Notable events: Wolford the Goblin Slaver has disappeared and been replaced by a man called Borkfred. The United Clan Mercenary Group has disbanded. Oh, the United Clan Mercenary Group has disbanded. Okay. The general bandit level has risen as the bandit population swells. New level is 80. Hafnar, Protector of Life, defeated Morin Arkruxen in the Little Arena. Battle reports. Krut lost a skirmish with the Merry Hounds. Nice name. Erch attempted to invade the lands of the Brown Clan, but were unsuccessful. Grogag invaded the lands of the Argent Green Hand. Argent Chiefdom defeated the Merry Hounds in a skirmish. Sun Cult attempted to invade the lands of the Argent Greenhound, but were unsuccessful. Total finance: your treasury is increased by 5,952 gold, and your bank is increased by 20 in interest. I knew not to attack, because why would we? You receive a report of the ongoings on. Let's go ahead and move on. I think I want to hire a spy. Three potential spy masters are sent to your court. You may speak to each of them to learn of their skills and talents. Merrill Kinlover. I get the feeling he's from Arkansas. Hello, I am Merrill Kinlover. I once discovered that the king's son had been replaced by an evil wizard. It made for quite awkward feasts. There was no doubt I should work for you. I demand pay of 130 gold per year. How about you don't demand? You get paid if I like you. So your skill level is your higher cost. So you're basically doing a 1 gold shilling per level. Okay? Ask Donkey Teeth. Don't need to speak to him really, but I'm gonna sit there and do this anyways. I once discovered that the king's son had been replaced with an evil wizard made for quite awkward feast, and I desperately need the job. I blew my money in a fight pit, so I require a pay of 179 gold per year. You basically discovered what the other guy discovered, you idiot. And Nero the double agent. Well, I have a feeling I can't trust you. I once discovered that the king's son had been replaced with an evil wizard. It made for quite awkward feast. If you don't hire me, I will start a rebellion. I demand payment of 131 gold per year. See, that's why I don't like you. You're less than everybody. I'm gonna go with Kinlover because not only is he charging a fair amount, but he's also the highest level. So you, my man, are hired, even though you know everything everyone else does. Let's see. I don't need a champion yet. Visit the little arena. You enter the little arena. It is a sizable venue where warriors come to battle and locals pay to watch and bet. The arena is owned by an unfriendly local named Yiskar the Mousy, and the entry fee to watch a fight is 14 gold. Attack the arena. I'm not going to go ahead and attack it just yet. Why is the public opinion down? I sat there, I did good. Let's see, actually. Can we explore again? Let's do the southern lands because we already know they're good. Let's go ahead and explore. You notice a young man skipping along a path. He shouts, "Off the pilgrimage to the Stone of Denland. It's towards the end of Denland. You should look for it." Denland is one of the most peaceful places of all the realms. A little more farmland and workers. Hardly any... Okay, we already did that. You have yet to explore here. I did explore. Find a wandering group of 12 masterless peasants. Their leader steps forward and says that he and his men will join you for no less than 31 gold each. Hire the men. The peasants take the gold and proceed to join your ranks. Nice. That's our exploration. Can I explore? Oh, I can't explore all of them. Kingdom reports. Go ahead and change this. Let's see, manage a staff. Spy master. What do I want you to do? Train spy master, auto train spy master, 115 gold per year. That's what we should do. I don't want spy reports at the end of the year. I want more detailed spy reports. Tell me what else you can do. I want to be informed of what adventuring parties are up to each turn. Do you have any advice for me? Should the rebellion be crushed, its many supporters will eventually flock back to us. Yes. I already knew that. Thank you. We will train you automatically. I also do want to know more information. You want more detailed spy reports? Tell me what else you can do. You ask your master of spies what else he is capable of, and he replies, well, I'm getting better. When the moment my skill reaches 150, I shall be able to find out what troops the enemy brings to battle, which, mixed with my battle score reports, should give you an advantage. Alright. Any more advice? The strength stone is said to give strength to those who rub it 3 times. It has been used by many a desperate fighter, and many believe it to work. Alright. Let's go ahead and... Laws land. Let's go ahead and look at that. Taxes. And tax. Tax people's taxes. More tax equals more tax. Yo, man, we heard you like taxes, so we put taxes in your taxes. I really like the way... I don't know. Let's do celebration. Declare a new celebration. What will you name your new celebration? That's a good question. I don't know. I'm gonna need a minute. I got it. We'll do Empowerment Day. The day that we rose from being slaves and empowered ourselves. Empowerment Day. How often will the celebration occur? We'll do every 2 years. What will happen during the celebration? Can I do all of them? Currently selected. We want parades. We want all slaves and, well, no, not all slaves and prisoners. We want gifts and gold. And we want a large ceremony. Royal ceremony. Oh, please re-enter. Okay. 4 and 5. Yeah. There we go. So we will have large parades, a large royal ceremony, and gifts and gold. Your scribe pulls out a scroll of celebration and prepares to make amendments to it. We don't need it. We'll go ahead and end the current year because there's not much that we can do currently. I should get a champion, but I'm not going to get one yet. Did I do any kingdom upgrades? military buildings, guilds and order buildings, productivity buildings, recruitment buildings, income buildings. Let's do income. What's income? Let's do 4. Stop on that one. Recruitment buildings. Let's see, military building. What's that? Training ground, small mercenary rest hall, recruitment signs. We already have more. Bigger militia recruitment signs, more recruits each turn. I'll come back to that. I want to look at productivity. Sturdy scythes and pitchforks. 5,000, 10% income from harvest. I like that idea. And other building. I do want to know what those are. Climbing knights are more likely to succeed. Goblin slaver's personal guard. Slaver half as likely to get killed. Oh wait, can we like get goblins in our army as slaves? That is so much better because I could just send them off to Warren to die. Yeah, let's do that. We'll give him his own personal guard. He's half as likely to be killed. Guard group is 10 times less likely to get killed. We'll do that again. I really want this guy alive. Army of guards. No chance of slaver getting killed for 5,000. Whew. We'll not do anything yet. Guilds and others. Too expensive for my blood. And we'll go ahead and end the year. It's time for the royal gathering, which has come around due to the Empowerment Day celebration. Before we send out invites, you must know what the celebration will cost the crown. It will cost the crown 4,948 gold. Shall we go ahead with the celebrations and pay for the events? You currently have... Definitely pay that. We need to. It's like, we declare it a day, and then we're like, oh, the first one we're going to skip. I don't do that. Your court gathers as the time arrives for the Empowerment Day celebration, starting as is tradition with royal ceremony. Many guests arrive to come and greet you. What will you do? We gotta greet all the guests. Your diplomat, Old Kroll, arrives. What varied mix of guests? I have brought you a little bag of 80 gold as a gift. Thank you. Your spy master, Merle Kinlover, arrives. I have heard good things about this ceremony. I hope it lives up to my expectations. I have brought you a little bag of 125 gold as a gift. Thank you. My general, Corwin Pikener, arrives. A toast to you, my landlord. Your steward, Callias, the Powerful IV, arrives. Glad to be here with you, my liege. I am excited for your entertainment. For the entertainment, I have brought you a little bag of 142 gold as a gift. My liege, you should know I am called Sire. The Grand Champion of Aslona, Sir Gayer, the Three Fingers, arrives. I am glad to be declared. I am glad you declared Empowerment Day. It's good fun. We have brought you a band of 3 warriors as a gift. I hope they will serve you well. Sir Gayer, the Three Fingers, arrives. I will remember you. You shall be my first champion. Zusumo. I don't know. A wealthy merchant has arrived. A toast to you, my landlord. I have brought you a little bag of 49 gold as a gift. Thank you. Oh, can I go back? I can't. Now 2 acts arrive and prepare to entertain you and your guests. The first event of the evening arrives. It's an abomination, a creature known for its extreme gluttony and its magical musical stomach fold. Okay. A green slimy creature wiggles its way onto your court and says, I would bow to you, but my body doesn't do that. I have eaten every instrument you can think of, including even a chirping bird or two. Listen as I wiggle my folds and play them. Alright, I need to see this. We're gonna listen all the way through. He says thank you for hosting me, and then wiggles and squidges his way out of your court. The second event of the evening arrives. It is a poet named Orland who has come to entertain. A band walks forth and says, hello, all of you. I have come today to read you something I have prepared. I know spoken word stuff isn't for everyone, but I appreciate it if you gave it a listen nonetheless. Well, please do. You're here to entertain us. It would be a shame if you did not. These lands of mine they call to me, to rule them fair and true. To rule is to breathe to one like me. None other there ever could be. And the man screamed it overs the hills as the soldiers hunted him down, and so did the unborn reign of Penson the clown. The man finishes reading and bows to everyone before leaving. With the entertainment over, the ceremony is finished, setting off the Empowerment Day celebration across the kingdom. Yes! Let's see, so basically right now we can attack and most likely kill all the goblins. Like we can kill Krut or Erach. We're most likely tied for the rebels. And I'm assuming red means that we're not gonna win. I don't know how the attacks work, but I'm gonna sit there and keep my army with me. I want to kill 3 and 4. I definitely want to sit there and try to kill all the goblins, but if I have a slaver that's just gonna bring them to me, I'm gonna put them in my army and they're gonna die for me. Like, that's what I want. You receive a report from the goings-on of last year. You can read through it in detail. Look at a more simplified version or create one of your own custom reports. I do want to see... Oh wait. 4. I want to be shown a simple report each year. Instead of having this menu each year, you can post... Okay, move on. It did not show me. In the reports. Review the reports. There we go. I received 7,800 gold. Nice. Your peasants earn you 3,525. Nice. I paid 1,000 for the parade and paid the 115 for the staff member. 48 soldiers, yes. Your knights train 80 peasants into soldiers. Nice. He is now level 135. Nice on the Spy Master. Nice. Notable events: the parade for the Empowerment Day celebration goes ahead, and the people are joyous. 5+5 public opinion. Nice. The Runic Wolves mercenary group is disbanded. The Skull Hill Daggers mercenary group is disbanded. The general bandit level has risen. More bandits now roam. New levels 81. We're gonna need to sit there and put some down. Bounties, everybody. Thurgeir, the Three Fingers defeated Hafnar, Protector of Life at the Little Arena. Let's see, spy reports. The rebels enlist 20 new soldiers from their 9 lands, which makes their total troops 3,217. The Kingdom of Krut enlists 86 tribals, 20 berserkers, 16 warlords from their 7 lands, which gives them a total of 2... Oh, yeah, we could absolutely take them. Battle reports. Krut invaded the lands of Merry Hounds. Krut loses 32 troops. Merry Hounds loses 110. Wow. Erich lost a skirmish with Brown Clan. Eric loses 49. Brown Clan loses 6. Merry Hounds raided the lands of Krut. Merry Hounds lose 0 troops. Krut loses 44. Argent Greenhand, my bad. Lost a skirmish with the Grogog. Argent Greenhand loses 129 troops. Grogog loses 60. Your treasury is increased by 5,492. Gold in your bank has increased by 20. By 20. Wow, I'm having trouble. So we actually can attack. What is the status of my questing knight? I need to go ahead and get some knights and have them questing. 3. Can I have? Let's see, my first champion. Death Chaser, blah 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 blah. Anoint a knight. Okay, wait a minute. So, root cell and disband troops. Let's see. Our units. Do I have any knights? Yes. Hire knights from the noble houses. That's what we want. The sons of the local nobility gather in your courts. There are 27 of them available, and they offer their services for a fee of 598 gold each. You can afford 11 of them. You currently have 16 knights in your ranks. Is that so? Easier for none. Okay, so how do I tell them to go do stuff? Is it the throne room? I think that's what it said. You enter your throne room and take your place on the large throne that dominates the room. You look towards your guards, who immediately inform you that there is a line of 37 people waiting to see you. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Send in the next visitor, arrange entertainment, upgrade the throne room, tell your guards that you will no longer be seeing visitors, set the rules for who you want to be seeing in your throne room, call a meeting of the Council of Aslona, revisit the tutorial. Let's go ahead and send in the next visitor. You are visited by a traveling knight. My landlord, I wish to take up arms to find honor questing for you. Alright, yeah. Go ahead, quest. He says, I shall head out immediately. I will find honor and glory questing in your name, Astrasis. Yay, questing knight. And then the next. Your guards bring forward a man who is accused of stealing from children. Ask him to explain himself. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Guard. Your guard informs you his guilt is more certain than anything. So he steals from children, eh? Execute. The man does not flinch as he is quickly killed on the spot. You want to steal from children? Then you shall die. Then the next, you are visited by a stick collector who is followed by 4 young men. He claims just as he was served it is time for his sons to serve in the army. He asks for 30 gold for each of them to cover the cost for the extra work he'll have to do without them around to help. To the dungeons with them all. Now, when we get soldiers, we pay for them. If they're goblins, then we pay nothing. But because he is willing to give us the 4 young men to serve for us and our great army, then he must be paid. The man thanks you and says his goodbyes to the boys. They bow to you, pledge their allegiance, and head out to the courtyard to get prepared. Bring in the next. You are visited by an armed man who says he will fight for you for a fee of 29 gold. We shall enlist. You order the gold to be paid and the recruitment is done. The armed man says thank you and leaves to collect his equipment from your courtyard. Bring in the next. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a great gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. Accept the 105 gold, refuse the gift. I will gladly accept your gift. You are a great merchant and I thank you for being in my great land. It is with great hope, it is with great enthusiasm that I wish that we could do more work in the future together. More business, I should say. On with the next. The guards bring forward a man who is accused of murdering peasants. Ask him to explain himself. I didn't do it, I swear. Alright. Asks for a statement. Your guard informs you that we grabbed the most guilty looking person we could find, so he must be guilty. Just because he's looking guilty doesn't mean he is guilty. For now, it'll be just to the dungeons. The man shouts, no, I'm sorry, please, I didn't do this, while being carried off by your guards. His lead man was innocent. -1 on public opinion, +1 prisoner. If it is believed that he is innocent, then I shall quickly release him. Send in the next visitor. You are visited by a townsman who has brought you a small present to celebrate Empowerment Day. 17 gold. I shall accept the gift. Bring in the next. You are visited by a townsman who has brought you a great present to celebrate Empowerment Day. 171 gold. I shall accept this gift. Empowerment Day. Gotta love it. You are visited by a townsman who has brought you a present to celebrate Empowerment Day. We shall keep accepting this gold. Next visitor, you are visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. His neighbor broke one of his gates and won't pay for the new one. Make neighbor pay for the fence repairs, refuse to help to the dungeon. We shall make them pay for the new repairs. Farmer shouts, thank you, thank you, thank you, before dashing out of the throne room. Rumors of your wisdom spread. 1 public opinion gained. Yes. I mean, if you damage someone else's property, you have to pay. Then next. You are visited by a mad beggar who says the hero is bathed in the hate of others. Thank him for his words. We'll go ahead and thank him. The man smiles and said, good, and then leaves your court. I mean, technically, wasn't Diogenes, like, considered a madman even though he was also, like, one of the wisest? So, you know, you never know. You can never be too harsh towards these people. If Diogenes can be considered a mad person but also super smart, then I can believe that this guy has good intentions. On to the next. You are visited by a small stray cat who walks into the throne room. Feed it, cost 2 gold, kill the flea-ridden beast, burn it, it's a witch's cat, to the dungeons with him. I'm not sending a cat to the dungeons, it's a waste of the dungeon. We shall feed it. 2 gold to feed it, we got plenty. Order the chef to whip up a fishy meal for your feline guest. The cat happily eats the fish, purring the whole way through, and then leaves. Rumors of your kindness spread, +1 public opinion. I mean, of course, I own a cat. I'm gonna sit there and be nice to cats. I love cats. Also love dogs. I just like pets. I think we should be nicer to pets. And then the next. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. See guys, I told you, Empowerment Day. It's a great day. We shall accept this kind gift. Man hands you the 119 gold and leaves your court. We're going to go through every one of these people because I think we ought to see them. You are visited by one armed farmhand who claims that one of your soldiers punched him right in my snout, blooming hurt as well. I reckon I deserve a little reparation for that. All I did was ask him if he knew where the nearest tavern was. What a blighter. You know what? I'm willing to believe this farmhand. I think if he sat there and was assaulted by one of the guards should be executed for harming a peasant. We will pay you the gold. You order reparations to be paid, the gold is accepted, and then the one-armed farmhand shouts, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," before he leaves out the throne room. You are visited by a young disgraced knight. My landlord, I yearn to quest for Aslona. Let it be so. I shall allow you to quest, and may you be great at it. He says, I shall head out immediately, and I will find honor and glory questing in your name, Astrocious. See, you are visited by a merchant who has brought you a little gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. I shall accept, and I hope that we may do great business again soon. We're really working through these. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. 58 gold. Again, many merchants. Many more businesses that we may be doing. Another merchant who has brought a great gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. 246. You, I would like to do more business with. I would like to trade with you on a lot of stuff. A shady man arrives in your court and invites you to play a coin flip game. He tells you it will cost you 10 coins per play. You can call heads or tails. The coin is flipped, and if you are correct, you win double your bet. He has 170 gold to bet with. You have 7,804. How much does it cost? Alright, we'll go ahead and call heads. Coin lands on heads, you win 10 gold. I'm done playing. I've humored you. The shady man bows to you and leaves. Send in the next visitor, please. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a great gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. See, this is why I love Empowerment Day. It's empowering me with more money to do more things that I like. Send in the next. You are visited by a townsman who has brought you a little present to celebrate Empowerment Day. I probably should start refusing some of these at some point and be like, no gift is necessary for Empowerment Day, but I did technically say gifts and gold is what we needed. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a small gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. Thank you, my friend. You are visited by a merchant who brought a little gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. A little gift, but still appreciated nonetheless. How many more do we got? 14. We're gonna make it, people. We're gonna make it. You are visited by a merchant who's brought you a little gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. Thank you. I appreciate it. You are visited by a particularly short apprentice who wants to join your army because he wants to impress a girl from his village. If you are willing to fight and for free, then you may join, but do not make any mistake, young man. Those who join for pride often find death on the battlefield. Particularly short apprentice says thank you and leaves to collect his equipment from the courtyard. You are visited by a merchant who's brought you a gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. Yes, thank you. Your guards bring forward a man who's accused of pickpocketing. Explain yourself. I didn't do it, I swear. Ask the guard for statement. Your guard informs you, I would say the chance of him being guilty wouldn't differ from a coin flip. A coin flip is an interesting assertion, my guard. But a coin flip is still nothing but random. If you're telling me that it's a 50-50 chance that this man is guilty, then on what right do I have to sit there and jail this man? If all you have is that he just seems guilty and I would put it up to a coin flip, then I'm sorry, but that just doesn't seem fair to me. I will release this man, and if he comes back again, then I will indeed have him executed, because pickpocketing is no more is no better in my eyes than stealing, and if he's stealing from someone, then execution is the price to pay. The man leaves, and you later discover that the man was not guilty. And again, people, this is what I said. If you're putting it up to a coin flip, you're basically sitting there saying, you don't even know. With every assumption, there is a 50-50% chance, unless you have enough evidence to prove it. If you just assume a person is pickpocketing, there's just as equal a chance that he was not. If the guard had anything better to provide, like we caught him in the act, then I would say yes, we should probably send him to the dungeon. But that's just not the case, and that's not how I work. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a small gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. The smallest of gifts might not do business with you, but at least you brought gold as tribute, and I appreciate it. You're visited by a merchant who's brought you a small gift. 10, ew, even the smaller. Okay, we will definitely not be doing business with you if all you got is 10 gold. There's a townsman who has brought you a great present to celebrate Empowerment Day. 170 gold. To the dungeons with you. No, we will accept your gold, and we will guard you and watch over you with great haste. You are visited by a shamanist soldier from Ultimate Granite Dynasty carrying a message from the Emperor. So, wow, these are some hard names. They really should have tried harder to make normal names. By message that Emperor the Shrieker wishes you to know that despite his disliking of celebration, he wishes yours goes well. We shall thank him. Alvian the Terrorized. I do wish him well. A shamanist soldier from Ultimate Granite Dynasty leaves happy. 6 people, man, we're really working this hard down. Visited by a merchant who's brought you a gift. 103 gold. May we do business again soon. You are visited by a smelly apprentice who claims that one of your soldiers threatened him. He seeks reparations and a promise that it will not happen again. Well, you don't really have much in terms of that, and you're asking for 1 gold. I will pay your 1 gold, but should you come back again, do know that it is to the dungeon with you. You order reparations, the gold is accepted, and the smelly apprentice smiles and bows before saying, "Blessed is the name of atrocious. Thank you." Man, maybe I really am atrocious. Okay, 4 more. Let's do this. You are visited by a talking frog who says he was cursed by a witch and needs an elixir to undo the spell. You return him to his human body. Just for you, buddy, I shall have my alchemist brew you an elixir. You pay for the ingredients, the local alchemist gets to work. Wow, I am struggling today. This is why I don't do voice videos, because I literally cannot talk. You pay for the ingredients, and the local alchemist gets to work. The brew is finished and dapped over the skin of the talking frog. For a moment there is a bright light and a chiming sound. There is now a man where the frog stood. He falls to his knees and shouts, "Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you." Rumors of your kindness spread, +2 public opinion. I've seen enough Disney movies to know that that's true. A talking frog don't die. You are visited by an angry stable hand who asks to join the army because he wishes to serve the realm. My good sir, I do not know why it is that you are angry, but I can assure you that anger on the battlefield is certain to one's death. I ask that you please calm down and fight with a calm head. But we shall accept you irregardless. You are visited by a merchant who has brought you a gift to celebrate Empowerment Day. 64 gold. Yes, yes, yes. And finally, there's a lone visitor waiting to see you. Do the dungeons with him. Now let's just see what he is. A shady man arrives at your court and invites you to play a coin flip game. I have already played this game once, but for now I will go ahead and call tails. Lands on heads, you lose. Call tails again. Lands on tails, you win 10 gold. I am done playing. I broke even. Shady man bows and leaves. There are currently no one waiting to see you, and you may sit in peace. I mean, I could have just sat there in peace anyways and just sat there and said, no. Call a meeting of the Council of Aslona. Let's go ahead and call a meeting. You call a meeting of the Council of Aslona you take your seat at the head of the table. Your head diplomat, Old Kroll, marches into the room and sits. Your spy master, Mariel Kinlover, stumbles into the council room and sits. Your High General, Corin Pikener, enters the room and bows to you before taking a seat at the council table. Your steward, Kellius, the Powerful the Fourth, arrives and kneels to you before standing and taking a seat at the council table. This is the first meeting This is the meeting... Why can I not read? This is the first meeting you and your council have held. Meetings are a tool for you to discuss various topics with your staff. There are 5 seats at the council that will be occupied if you have the corresponding staff. The seats are High General, Spy Master, Jester, Why would a Jester need to be at the council? And Steward. Each of these staff members will advise you as best they can on issues discussed. If you wish to know more about a certain topic, you may ask the question again, as each staff member could have many different things to say about any given topic or issue. I like this. What would you like to ask the Council of Aslona? Let's go ahead and go about military matters. What military matters would you like to talk about? How can I make my army more effective? Truth be told, the most effective army is the bigger one most time. You can be as well trained as anyone, but if a horde of peasants or goblins get you, that's it. Not if there's not any goblins to be alive. I shall kill them all. More effective? I'm not sure. A general would be the best to ask about this. Well, we already asked the general. At least I think so. I'm not really sure. These are questions for a general. I want a larger army. Force enlistment, if you haven't already. This will get more peasants you can train into soldiers. Other kingdoms sometimes will sell you their excess troops as mercenaries. If you have the gold, this might be an option. The combat academy in the north often sells troops. Try there. Ah, so we go north to combat academy. You folk do pass through the throne room in search of paid mercenary work. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's talk about the kingdom. How can we protect ourselves from being robbed by bandit gangs? How do we combat the rebels? That's how we need to know. We outnumber them. Now is the time to invade and take back our lands. If they outnumber you, they will look legitimate, and some of your own could rebel and join them. Make sure you appear stronger and deter any possible new rebels. If you're going to focus on rebels, try not to get caught up in other conflict. If you wear yourself thin again, other enemies can leave you open for the rebels. Might be worth being nicer to your people. Make those on the fence less likely to rebel. What do we know about the rebels? What do I know about them? They are the enemy. I think in time they will fall. Traitorous scum and nothing more. Our mortal enemy. That is why they will fall. What do we know about the demons? The demons. That's a good question. They are monsters. They are led by a figure known as the Overlord. They can burn territories to the ground and are a real threat. Those who encounter demons are torn to shreds and suffer terrible fate. So how do we combat the demon? The demon horde is a mighty force. We will need the help of our neighbors, vassalize, any other independent kingdoms that won't help. I cannot think of what to advise you on in this matter. This would be a question for your general, Corin Pikener. We can fix up the lands that demons destroy. Just consider that. Make sure you increase your territorial holdings and public opinion. Attract as many people as you can to the throne room. Ooh. Many people will join to help one way or another. The demon horde has never been stopped by lone forces, but always by unified force. Alright, how do we protect ourselves then? We should crush them. They are minor bandit gangs. If we don't crush them, someone else probably will. I say we invade and take their lands. You might consider making a truce with one of the groups and playing them off against the other, causing inter-gang warfare. You might consider forming a truce with them. They won't bother raiding you if you're truced. Good bandit is a dead one, right? I like the idea of a truce, because as long as they are alive, they can be bought. And if they can be bought, they can be swayed to join our side. I don't want to bribe them, necessarily. I just want to sway them. They see how good they have it with us, they join us. We'll think on this one. Question about finances and harvest. I want a bigger harvest. Well, your workforce on the fields can be peasant or slave. A slave works out about as well as a peasant, give or take. And we can't take the enemy's harvest, eh? The military currently have peasants for hire. They would work your field as good as anyone else. And I don't know. I want more trade. How do we do more trade? Sounds like a question for a diplomat. A question for a diplomat, no doubt. Trade with the minor goblin tribes. It may seem inconsequential, but the income adds up. Trade with the goblin tribes? Oh, old Kroll, you fool. You do not understand. I don't want to trade with the goblins. I want to enslave them. I want them to die in my army. We get people come to the court sometimes representing different caravan groups. Seek them out and arrange it. That is the way we will work it. What's this something else I want to know? I want more lands. I want to be more liked. What do you know of the black market? Are there any points of interest in this realm? I want to be more liked. Don't we all, though? Less tax usually results in happier people. Treat your people right, they respect that. Some kingdoms with strange customs might ask you to hurt your own people. You should agree to this. Should you agree to this, you will be unfavored. Save up a pocket of gold and throw it around in the throne room to the beggars and lowfolk. Kindness grows loyalty. I can see the wisdom in that. I want more lands. Send a large army and take lands from our enemies or weak neighbors. Once you invade and capture your neighbors, you might look into expanding further. I have seen mention of another continent on the horizon. Diplomatically, there are a few ways to gain lands. It is mostly a military feat done by force. Hard to say, really. We're done with this meeting. Visit other buildings. I want to visit the prison. How many prisoners do I have? Order 2 prisoners to fight to the death. There's no larber yard out here. Speak to a prisoner. I want to speak to a prisoner. Okay, so maybe I did it, maybe I didn't, but please free me. How many prisoners do I have? Your informed there's currently 103 total prisoners here. Well, I want to sit there and free the guy. I guess I can't. Let's see. Kingdom upgrade. Still too expensive. Other building. $5,000. Still can't afford it greatly. Let's see. Exit. Productivity building. Can't do that. Guilds and order building. Already, I keep clicking on that. I don't want to go there. Recruitment signs, bigger militia recruitment signs. Recruitment signs. Up to 1 extra soldier recruited per land owned each year. Slightly less people visiting. Join in the throne room. That is fine. We'll go ahead and end the year. Anyone attacks us, we will rebel. End that current year. As you prepare to move on, your head diplomat approaches you. My landlord, we still have a matter yet unresolved. You have not gone exploring. Good points. I wish to explore first. We must explore the realm. They said north. North was where we needed to go. Ruins of a slaver fort. Explorer. Black market bandits. Nice. You are hit by a harsh cold wind. You find a wandering group of 28 masterless soldiers. Their leader steps forward and says he and his men will join you for no less than 6 gold each. Absolutely. No chances to explore. We must continue every year to sit there and march north. In the current year. We have 10,000 soldiers. I feel we can attack the rebels. I feel as if, though, we have what it takes to do it. Let's get in it. They have a fair bit of territory behind them, 9 lands that we would need to capture before their capital. They have a decent chunk of gold in their vaults, so a raid is definitely worth consideration. I want to skirmish. We want to raid. My lord of the land, we need to discuss the makeup of our attacking force. Who and how many shall we send? Send all troops. A raid will cut down their numbers and gain us some gold, and we'll put it to better use than they've done. I have done some spying and arranged some battle reports for you, my lord of the land. So for this raid, they only have 2,000 and we have 15,000. Good. Let's crush them. Your men arrive at the rebels' territory and prepare for the battle that will soon take place. As you spot a rebel village, the enemy emerges and the battle begins. Raiders are assessing your men, loot all they can. Rebels lost 801. Your loss is 60. You have 10,184 men remaining. Your men loot 920 gold from the rebels. You receive a word that one of your territories was ruined after being hit by a devastating earthquake. Your people are unscathed, but the land is now barren and dead. Minor bandit groups pillaged 26 gold this year. We'll kill them. Gain 10,000 golden trade. Nice. Harvest, tax, and tributes. Your peasants earn you 6,000. Buy master training. Skills slightly. He's now 136. So he went up a level. The Grizzly Knight Gatekeepers Mercenary Group is disbanded. A lot of good things here. We lost 60 troops, unfortunately, but we will make them back. Iraq attempted to invade the lands of the Brown Clan. Grug raided lands of the Argent and Grainhand. It lands of their... Okay. Nothing bad. Let's see. Let's go ahead and explore. We must continue north. The Thick Blood Tavern. I heard about this place. Hear someone scream, "I'll have ya," and hear a struggle. You notice 2 burly northerners fighting. Break it up. The men look startled and apologize before running off. And one last chance. Nothing. We'll find something. Oh, we'll find something, alright. And we're going to be calling it here soon, but I did want to sit there and just keep going just a little bit longer. I just want to get a couple things done. 31 people. Oh my god. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to finish up by taking care of these 31 people. And then that's going to be the video. Right. So next visitor, or the first visitor, you're visited by an old man who wants to see spare a few coins, for he's come from hard times. You are on hard times, sir. I do understand that some of our land has been destroyed. For you can get 60 coins. Like they said, we must be nice to our people. You are visited by a man who says his old childhood friend is set to be executed in your prison. He begs you to free him and offers 100 gold to do so. I will take the 100 gold, but be sure that your friend does not do this again. You take the bag of gold and coins and order the prisoner to be set free with immediate effect. The man jumps up and down happily and then skips out of your throne room with a hop and a step. You are visited by a mad townsman who shouts, You aren't even you. You are someone else. It's true, isn't it? And points his finger at you. We will simply have him removed from the court. You are visited by a wise man who says he has some advice to share. I would like to hear your advice. I am always open to opinions and interpretations. Diplomacy is a key part of ruling a kingdom. Wise man awaits your reaction to his advice. That was very good. Go ahead and tell me something else. I would like to hear from you. Sometimes a truce, even temporary, can allow a kingdom to rebuild. May I ask for one more? The man claims that he has no more advice to share and leaves. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate your time. I'm visited by a small stray cat who walks up to the throne room. Again, we will feed the kitty. Wait, that's do nothing. 3. Feed the kitty. You're visited by a scholar who claims to have come in possession of a basket full of magical fruit. He claims that it can be fed to soldiers to make them stronger and asks for 50 gold for it. He calls it blue tree and claims it has come from a magical farm. I will go ahead and buy your fruits, but do know, if it is fake, I will have your head. Hands you the fruit and takes the gold and leaves. You have them taken away and put in storage. It is later discovered that the so-called magic fruit are just apples with blue-coated dye. Next one that comes in dies. You are visited by an old man who asks if you could spare a few coins as a man's dog is starving and there's no game in the wild. You have a dog and it's hungry, you get 30 gold. The old man faints to the floor, making a large thud. Your guards help him back up and he smiles and nods to you. Do take care of your dog, sir. It would be a shame if anything happened to the dog. You're visited by a young knight who wants to go on a quest for you. Go on quest. He says, a quest you say? Why not? I'll return soon. You're visited by a silent man. He stares at you. Right, I'll stare back. Man nods and walks off. Okay. By a wise man who says he has some advice to share. As said before, I will listen. They say a king who ends slavery of goblins is a wise one. The goblins are fans of blindly following those they perceive in certain lights. You're saying not to kill them, but I do want to kill them. Okay, but tell me another. If the throne room is boring you, hire a steward to take care of it. I already got a steward. Tell me another. Beware of he who uses madness as a mask. Had several of them come through already. You're a little late for that, buddy. Tell me another. There are savage folk even near here. In the north, there are wilder men. In the western forest, and wild savage folk. I didn't get a single word of that, but okay. Mercenary groups charge fees for capturing lands to mitigate the risk. Not all of them, though. I like that idea. Raiders can crush a kingdom. Exactly. We know that. Be kind to the bards, and they may let you into their little vault of lyrics. I mean, I was a bard in Skyrim, okay? Let's just be honest. I was the best one. There's savage folk even near here in the north. I already knew that. Okay, good. Tell me another. Bandit raids can be devastating. Palisades stop them from getting in. Okay? I don't know what a palisade is, but we are okay. 21. You're visited by a crazy man who says, is it brave or foolish to dare a landlord to kill me? He then looks at you somewhat nervously. I admire the foolishness. You may go free. The man says that's not fair and storms out of your court. He wants to be killed, but I've played enough Town of Salem to know that he who wants to be killed is often a jester. You are visited by a local farmhand who wishes to do his part for the country and fight. You may join. Local farmhand says you will not regret your decision this day, and then leaves to collect his equipment. The next visitor. You are visited by an old man who is collecting money for his village after their crops have failed. He seems desperate. For you, sir, and I don't want to do this, but like said, after the earthquake, our lands are hurting. We need to revive it. The old man begins tearing up with happiness before wiping the tears up, smiling, and leaving. Be nice to your people, and they, in turn, will be nice to you. Here is my knight who wishes to go and represent you on a quest. You may go. Just thank you for entrusting me to represent you in the field. I will not let you down. I trust that you will not. You are visited by an armed man who says he will join you on the battlefield. Armed man says, good, finally I get my hands on a weapon, before letting out a cackle. I've gained a soldier, and I've probably gained a psychopath, but I am very happy about the latter. You are visited by a farmer who says a dispute needs to be settled. A local bard in my village has written a nasty song about me, spreading all sorts of horrible rumors within it. He did it because I wouldn't lend him some gold. Please help, my reputation is in ruins. Bard shall pay for what he has done. I might have been a bard myself in Skyrim, but a bard is not to sit there and tell lies. They are to tell tales, yes, but not lies. Especially not petty lies. The farmer smiles at you and then nods and leaves. Oh boy, 15 people. We're getting there. You're visited by an insane townsman who asks to join your army because he promised his father he would. I mean, if you promised, then you promised. The insane townsman shouts, to war, before charging out of your court to collect his equipment. I feel like he's going to be a casualty. Just saying. Alright, you are visited by an old hedge knight, my landlord. I yearn to quest for Aslona. Let it be so. I deem this so. He says, a quest it is. You have my word. I will be back. It is a great hope that you do. You're visited by a thin-looking man who's collecting gold for the slum folk of the black market. He asks if you spare a few gold. Best I can do is 100, my buddy. I would normally give you 1,000, but I will give you 100 gold. Well, it probably won't change too many lives, but it will likely help if you want to give any more. We are in the slums of the black market. Just follow the smell. When I am rich beyond my wildest dreams, buddy, trust me, I will come to help you. You are visited by a young man who says a dispute needs to be settled. I met a girl in the tavern. We've been courting a while now, but a local thug took a liking to her. He beat me up and told me she was his now. She still wants to be with me, but I don't know what to do. I feel as though he will strike again. We will have the thug jailed. The young man smiles and nods to you, and he says, thank you, my landlord. I really appreciate that. We will not have any love triangles going on here. We will crush that before it even starts. The guards bring forward a man who's accused of insulting the crown. Ask him to explain himself. What is crime? Okay, guard, statement. Guard informs you that I know he is guilty, my lord of the land. Trust me. Most of you people have just been jailing people, trying to jail people for no reason. So we will send him to the dungeons. And I hope people will not get mad at me. The man begins crying as your guards carry him off. It is believed the man was guilty, +1 public opinion. +1 prisoner, yes. You are visited by a mad hunter who claims to have come in possession of magical fruit. He claims it can be fed to soldiers and make them stronger. Refuse. The mad hunter says that is not fair and storms out of your court. We will not be doing any more of this magical fruit. You are visited by a young knight. My landlord, I come seeking quest worthy of me. You can take 2. He says, no problem, my landlord. I will see any who stand against you driven before me. 8 people left. Let's do this. You're visited by a beggar who claims one of your soldiers stole his chamber pot. I don't know for what he'd steal it, my lord of the land, but I need a chamber pot. Where else will I, pee? I will go ahead and give you reparations. Go to reparations. You order reparations be paid, and the gold is accepted, and the beggar shouts woohoo, and then runs out of the throne room. You are visited by a foreign village idiot who asked to join your army because he promised his father he would. You can hold a spear, then you can be in the army. You are visited by an insane peasant who shouts, everyone is fake except for me. I am the only real person here. Anyone else is in my head. Well, if we are in your head, could we do this? Kill him. Be gone, fool, before you cease to be. Let's see, he is probably too insane to be left alone, so we will send him to the dungeon. The man shouts, curse you, as he's taken away. Well, it's okay, man. This is all in your head, so it's not even really happening. You're just laying down in the ground dying. You are visited by a young disgraced knight. My landlord, I wish to venture unto the unknown, carrying the banner of Aslona. Oh, my son. West. He says, oh, I've been on 1,000 quests before. This will be nothing to me. Maybe I'll slay a pack of dragons or crush a city of giants. The knight isn't seen or heard from again. Okay, well, he lied. But okay. You are visited by an unhappy scholar who has brought you a severed giant's toe, which he saw 2 knights fighting to the death over. He says he was able to sneak off with it while they were still fighting. I shall go ahead and give him the 110 gold. Three people left, and then we'll end this video. You are visited by a wise man who says he has some advice to share at the cost of 14 gold. I will pay for 1 advice. You pay the man his 14 gold. It is said that the near north can be united, but only with a lot of blood. That was good. You may go now. Wise man says thank you before turning and leaving. 2 people left. You are visited by a traveling bard. He asked to play a song on his vampiric lute. I'm not the worst musician. I shall play a little song. I shall ask him his name. Bard reveals his name to be Credula. Like Dracula, but instead of Alucard, it's just gibberish. Ask him of his origins. My father did it, and his father before him. I am from a long line of musicians. Credula, the traveling bard, asked to play a song on his vampiric lute. I shall listen. The bard nods and prepares to play for you. Bard finishes and grins at you. I have some gold to burn. That was such a great performance. I will also pay you 50. And then I will also offer to hire him as a member of staff. Bard says he will work for 28 gold and tells you his skill level as a bard is 49, which is bad. We will go ahead and hire him just because. We can train him after all. There's a lone visitor waiting for you. You are visited by an armed man who says he will fight for you for a fee of 30 gold. Allow him to enlist. I don't want to pay you, but you can hold a spear and you can fight. Then you shall be in my great army. You order the gold to be paid and the recruitment is done. The armed man says thank you. Having the personal blessing of the landlord is astonishing. I shall try my best to bring you honor and glory. It is great hope that you do. We are done. We have explored. Before we end it, let's start the new year. And let's do more damage. Before we do, actually. Root. Higher units. Higher. How many will you buy? How many can I afford? I can afford 587 of them. I will do 300. That is a lot, yes. But that's because I intend to sit there. And when I end the year, I'm going to go after the bandits again. Of the rebellion. They must be crushed. Any who stand against me must die. End the current year. It is time for the royal gathering, which has come around due to the empowerment celebration. Before we send out invites, you must know that the celebration will cost 5,000. We'll go ahead with it. Currently have 12,000 gold. Hey, it's even more expensive this time. Okay, pay. Court gathers as the time arrives for the empowerment celebration, starting its tradition with the royal ceremony. I want to greet the guest. Always greet the guest. Chaos Orb. Nice. Long may you reign. Long may you reign. I brought you a magical orb of chaos, said to make the life of the beholder more interesting. It was not easy to find, so I hope you appreciate it. I do. Hail to the good king. Bandits on the road almost had me on my way here. You should really look into that. Okay? Your court bard. I wish upon you great troves of wealth in time to come. I have brought you a little bag of 105 gold as a gift. Nice. Ooh, 130. I like this grand champion. Oh, the leader of the Black Market. Minute, the king has arrived. It is my greatest honor to be by your side for this event. One of your distant relatives has arrived. Blessed you with a strength of a storm. I made a donation of 326 gold to the slums of the Black Market in your name. Yes. Now that all the guests have arrived, the entertainment of the Empowerment Day celebrations begin. Now 4 acts arrive and prepare to entertain you and your guests. The first event of the evening arrives with the Wild Scalds. A group of musicians from the north come to perform for you. You men enter your throne room and bow, hail, and well met, humble courtiers. We are the Wild Scalds, and we are here to entertain. The Wild Scalds begin to sing their famed song, and several in your court join them. With the demons slain, they are merry old men, and they were deep. Oh, okay, I get it. I don't know.
Slain, they were merry old men, okay. With the demons slain, they were merry old men, and the king he was okay. With the demons slain, they were merry old men, okay. With the demons slain, they were merry old men, and the king he was okay.
Thank you. You've been a great crowd, one of them says as they leave. Second event of the evening arrives with a dancing goblin who prepares to dazzle and amaze you. A dead goblin is what will dazzle and amaze me. The goblin stops dancing and bows to you before leaving. Alright. Third event of the evening arrives. It is an abomination, a creature known for its extreme gluttony and its magical musical stomach folds. Oh, it's this guy again. chaos of a magical musicals. Let me go ahead and skip it because I've already heard it. Thank you for hosting me, and then wiggles and squiggles out of his way out of your courtroom. Part of many rhymes, Wolf Terracin from the black market come to play some of his special music. A man with the name Wolf carved into his forehead marches in the throne room. This appears to be Wolf Terracin, a famed bard of high skill who resides in the black market. Skip that. Wasting no time awaiting any feedback or response, Wolf bows and says, You're welcome. Find me in the black market if you wish to hear more of my magnificent ballads. With the entertainment over, the ceremony is finished, setting off the Empowerment Day celebrations across the kingdom. We can attack the rebels. They are at war. Let's see. We can't do anything about the bandits. One, enter. I need some more information about the rebels. They have a fair bit of territory behind them, none that we would need to catch before the capital. They have a decent chunk of gold in their vaults, so a raid would definitely be worth considering. Invade. Good. What will the attacking bee force be made out of? I want to send all my troops. Everyone needs to go. About time we invaded. It's the only way to truly eliminate a faction. We take their lands and leave them with nothing. See, we have 18,000. They have 2,000. Let's do this. Your men arrive at the rebels' territory and prepare for a battle that will soon take place. As you spot a rebel village, the enemy emerges and the battle begins. Wow, we had lost a lot of people. Oh no, 65. We only lost 5 more than from the skirmish. Great. The invasion was a success, and you gain loot, land, and glory. You gain 1 land from the rebels. Oh, we have to attack them more times. You hear that the Brown clan begun organizing and have gotten a little more civilized. They are still savage, but are learning and adapting. All Brown clan units gain 5% battle score plus 1 civilization level for Brown clan. If they are starting to become civilized, then I would like to discuss with them a treaty. You know, you are progressing, so we should probably try to hammer out an agreement of truce and friendship. Let's see. What are all the good things? One of your knights leaves to become knight errant? Become a knight errant. I don't know what that means, but it's bad, obviously. You enlist 41 soldiers from your 10 lands. Nice. Your knights train 80 peasants and the soldiers. He gained a level. Hidden lovers gained a level at least. 5 public opinion. We lost 65 troops, unfortunately, but they lost 711. All good, all good. Public opinion, 23. Yes. We got 96 years, 96 technically invasions and stuff left to go. But I am happy with the way this is going, so we're going to go ahead and go to game saves. I'm going to go ahead and save the game. Use the name of your save file. Whoops, I didn't capitalize. Great Kingdom. That's what we are, the Great Kingdom. I don't know if that's a capital K. It was the Great Kingdom. There we go. What's the settings? I wonder. Adjust screen color randomly. Disable whatever that is. Set full screen. Disable animation. Neato. Extras. Each menu. Yeah. In-game unit and battle score wiki. Face maker. Modders, toolbox, creator race, or monster parts. Warsim music library. Neato. Okay. Alright, that's gonna do it. Currently, my thoughts on the game are pretty good. I actually like the game. I think it's really good. I definitely suggest to anyone that likes text-based RPGs should definitely take a look into Warsim. There will be a link to the Steam page down below in the description. And yeah, definitely give this guy some support. He definitely put a lot of hard work into it. I really like it so far. We still have 96 years technically left to go, and I am actually very excited to see how this goes. This is definitely part 1 of many, and I'm hoping to get a little bit better at making these types of videos as we go. Hopefully my voice wasn't too annoying for you guys. I do apologize for that. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one.